Hello and welcome to another episode of The Living Philosophy. Today I want to talk about the passions in Stoicism. See, Stoicism in modern language, if you call someone a Stoic or you say someone is Stoic, it means that they are cold or emotionless, or they're suppressing your emotions. You think of someone with a stiff upper lip, but this is actually kind of a misrepresentation of what Stoicism is, because it's not someone that's unemotional, it's someone who's got control of their emotions, it's someone who's not ruled by their emotions. And so within Stoicism there's these things called the passions, and the passions are the emotions, and it's the powerful emotions that can overwhelm you. And the thing with Stoicism isn't to suppress the passions, it isn't to suppress your feelings and those drives that bubble up. So it's not to never be angry again. It's not to never be hurt or never to grieve. The thing is not to be ruled by it. So what's the correct attitude to the passions? Well, in Stoicism, it's to feel it. So you go, okay, I'm feeling this thing. This is going on within me. You acknowledge it, but you don't let it control you. You don't let it rule your life. And that's the correct attitude in Stoicism. It's to just moderate yourself. It's to be like, okay, this is happening. I'm feeling this, but it's not, okay, what's the wise thing to do? What is the right thing to do? It's probably not to hit this person in the face. It's probably not to say the most hurtful thing that I can. It's just to, okay, I'm feeling anger, that's what's going on, but what now? And sometimes anger can be a good signal. Anger can be, your emotions are teachers. If anything, they're great alarm bells. So anger tells you that, okay, someone's probably crossed a boundary here. And anger is that kind of like inner thing of like, wait there, oh, something's not right here, and you want to push back. It's the defense of a boundary. And what you've got to decide rationally, if you're not being controlled by the anger, is, am I right in wanting to protect this boundary? Has a boundary actually been crossed? What's going on? So you start asking questions, and if it's correct, then you act with the anger. Not in anger, but you take a response. So you go, oh, thanks for that message, anger. I will tell that person to, set a boundary or whatever. You set your boundary with them, or you say that's not acceptable, rather than hitting them or screaming at them. And that's where like the real wisdom of Stoicism comes in. It's not about suppressing emotions. It's about sticking to your reason, sticking to the logos, the logical part of you, and going, okay, what is the correct thing to do here? What is the wise thing to do? And the highest goal in Stoicism is the sage. And the sage is the person who is not guided this way and that way by their emotions. Someone who's perfectly in control of their emotions and never gets overwhelmed by them. And so, I think just to correct that attitude towards Stoicism, rather than it being like a stiff upper lip, rather than it being the suppression of your emotions, it's the not being ruled by them. It's being ruled by your logic, by your reason. And so you go, okay, what's the right thing to do? What should I do here if I was in my best mental state? And that's what you do. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode of The Living Philosophy and a little bit about Stoicism. If you have, please subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to hear from you down in the comments, and I shall see you next time. Thanks for watching.